Questions about love and narcissism are asked a lot by those who love the narcissist. Can a narcissist fall in love? What is love to a narcissist? Could it be true there was never any love in my marriage or relationship? Does my narcissistic parent love me? In this video, I will explore these questions about love and narcissism. The questions mentioned are quite painful in the sense that they are mostly asked from experience. I'm sorry if you experienced a narcissist or you're possibly dealing with a narcissist now. It's essential to recognize what's going on and to change your experience into something that empowers you now. The answer to whether a narcissist can love depends on your own view about love, and I will explain why in this video. Everyone has their own experience and thoughts and feelings about what love is. Some survivors know or think they were loved, others doubt if love was ever there, and some definitely know it wasn't there in hindsight. When dealing with narcissists or people that show a lot of narcissistic behavior, it becomes complicated to know or see what's the truth or feeling behind their loving behavior. Do they simply have no conscience or empathy, and are they thus incapable to love you? Or do they love in a different way? A narcissist can have quite an impact on your reality and manipulate your thoughts and feelings. Mostly, it will be a draining experience. They have the ability to show loving behavior, but is this similar to real love? I will discuss the loving behavior of narcissists and how they might experience love. I will go into different forms of love, empathy, conscience, and what are better questions to ask yourself. In the end, I think it should be all about what you want in a relationship, what's love for you, and what's healthy for you and your energy. I hope this video can be helpful to you. To say something about whether a narcissist can love, it's necessary to at least differentiate between different forms of love. I will not try to define love specifically, as everyone experiences it in their own unique way. The different forms of love I will discuss are unconditional love, conditional love, loving or romantic behavior, and your own love for the other person and yourself. Now, I would like to first go into the relationship you have with yourself. Some say love and relationships mirror the relationship you have with yourself. It would require you to have a healthy relationship with yourself to be able to have a healthy relationship with others. I agree that a healthy relationship with yourself is important, and if so, there will probably be a higher chance of having healthy relationships with others. It makes a great difference which energy you bring into a relationship. When dealing with narcissists, however, it's not that simple to say that a relationship is unhealthy because you have an unhealthy relationship with yourself. When in love with a narcissist, it can be impossible or hard to see the truth behind their behavior and what they are capable of. You can't blame a victim for the manipulative behavior of a narcissist. I think with a narcissist it works the other way around, where a narcissist creates an unhealthy relationship by manipulating you into having an unhealthy relationship with yourself and by disconnecting you from yourself. When you learned or recognized the truth of your situation, it becomes your responsibility to act on it and choose for yourself. When recovering or healing, it's important to shift the attention to yourself and work on having a healthy relationship with yourself. If you love or loved a narcissist, you probably showed a lot of love to them and give a lot. Some wonder if the love was real when thinking back about it. The love you gave to this person is very real and a great thing. It shows the love you can give, which is a beautiful thing. I hope you are able to show the same unconditional love to yourself. I will now go further into narcissistic love and then discuss their loving behavior. Narcissistic love is conditional love. The conditional aspect of love could be translated by the following examples of thought patterns of a narcissist. I love how you're making me feel about myself. I love that you do whatever I like and that you love me. I have to say I love you to make you do what I want. I like to say I love you and see how you admire me when I say it. A narcissist can just love you because they love themselves and they think they deserve you. You might improve their image of superiority and they could love to parade with you. The reasons narcissists love are thus very different. Practicality could also be a substitute for love to a narcissist. When this happens, they ask inner questions that are about themselves and not about whether they love someone. These questions could be about whether someone is a catch, the status or wealth of a person, and if someone gets a lot of love from friends and family. Other questions might be about getting admiration, being less bored themselves, or needing someone to take care of them in some way. There are different types of narcissists and they thus have different views on relationships. All narcissists, however, will have a problem being in love permanently because of their love being conditional to their unending needs. You can't satisfy their needs while being yourself, because their needs are unending and unhealthy. In the phase or moments of so-called love bombing, there will be a lot of romantic and loving behavior shown by a narcissist. You will be showered with compliments, they will tell you about their vision of the future with you, be interested in you, and it just all seems perfect. They could say they are very proud of you, really appreciate you, and also show empathic behavior. In this phase, a narcissist could truly believe and think they feel love for you. A narcissist can make you feel loved and be charming and make you the happiest person in the world. Sadly, it doesn't last, and it seems a way to invest in controlling you later on. They can withdraw their love and make you feel less worthy of it or have doubts about yourself. This is the devaluation part of the narcissistic abuse cycle. You might think about how you can change yourself to make it right again when they withdraw their love. It's a dynamic where a narcissist changes behavior and the victim can't see it's not because of them. The victim will search within themselves, possibly cross boundaries, and act less like themselves. You probably felt your intuition in the love bombing phase. It could seem they loved you very soon, or you might feel like they couldn't even know you from within yet. You might not even remember you actually falling for them, but rather you were overwhelmed by their determination. It's essential to trust your intuition in the future if you feel like this is true for you. There are many different types of narcissists. Some narcissists use love bombing and seduction because they like to play the game of winning someone over. They will lose interest when they've won the game. Other narcissists convince themselves it's always the fault of the other person and chase an impossible expectation. The other person should be perfect and give unconditional love forever. They will idealize this person from the start and possibly fall in love, but as this perfect picture is something impossible, they will realize this person is not perfect. Their needs are not fulfilled, so they will devalue, blame, and discard this person. Narcissistic love is this conditional love given when their unending needs are being fulfilled. This disturbing setup means narcissistic love will always be temporary. I will now go into a lack of empathy and conscience related to love. Can someone that lacks empathy love? The simple answer to whether a narcissist can love you in the same way as you is no. When someone has narcissistic personality disorder, they can't experience and feel love the way you know it. A narcissist lacks the capacity to build a deeper connection with someone, as they lack to build a deeper connection with themselves. Their world revolves around a craving for admiration and ego boosting. The ego is not something real, however. It's a created identity that started believing in itself. There's no authenticity or truth within the ego. It means some narcissists can perfectly act or think they are in love and say and do all the right things. The lacking part is it being true or heartfelt. Suppose someone is an empath. A lot of victims of narcissistic abuse are empaths because of the toxic attraction between an empath and a narcissist. It's a very toxic relationship, and you can learn more in my video about this, going into the unhealthy dynamics of the empath-narcissist relationship. I don't believe an empath can be truly loved by someone without empathy. A narcissist will not love you how you deserve to be loved. They are simply not capable because of their lack of empathy. A narcissist doesn't care for the needs or feelings of the other, and thus will the relationship be only about them. It's about their needs and their craving for attention, affirmation, and ego boosting. Obviously, if the relationship fulfills their narcissistic needs, they could be pleased with you and the relationship. It's conditional, but they could care. The setup is toxic. It means they will love or care about you when you have the narcissist needs in the first place, and everything you do is about them. You need to cross your boundaries, become someone else, and ignore your own needs and feelings to do this. I want to discuss why conscience was the most important factor for me. At a certain moment in my youth, I felt that my father couldn't possibly have a conscience in the way I feel it. He did things I didn't know a human being was capable of, and he could lie about it, deny it, and act like it was normal. This great discrepancy between his abnormal behavior and him appearing like it was normal and actually believing it was eye-opening. For me, it became clear. He doesn't experience a conscience and empathy the way I experience it. And we will not be able to connect and love in an unconditional way. I don't believe he chose to be like this consciously, and I merely thought it was sad for him. For me, this meant that there is no foundation to build a deeper connection with my father, as there is no honesty or reason to trust him, because everything he does is appearance and an act. Even though he theoretically knows what's good, he still chooses to show a lot of unhealthy and disturbing behavior. I realized the lack of conscience was the most important factor for me in letting go of false hope and accepting the situation. So, a narcissist can't love someone unconditionally, but they can love. This love could be real to them, but it will still be conditional. The question then becomes whether you think conditional love is real love. To conclude, the bottom line is it doesn't matter whether a narcissist loves you or not. When someone is draining your energy with manipulative behavior, it's unhealthy in any way. It's unhealthy when the effect of a relationship or marriage is feeling drained and being more disconnected from yourself, anxious, or feel less worthy. Even if you or this person feels love, it would be destructive and unhealthy. Does your partner enjoy you loving yourself, growing and developing as a person? When you're dealing with a narcissist, it's important to shift attention to yourself again. It matters whether you feel valued and your needs are met in the relationship. Do you feel loved, respected, and cared about? You can't change someone into having empathy and caring for others. You can't get a deeper connection with someone that doesn't have a foundation of truth or authenticity. There's no cure to heal them by loving them. The blind spot of a narcissist is the belief they aren't one, and if they do know, they still can't change what they don't feel. They simply don't hear the music, and that's a sad thing. In my opinion, conditional love isn't love at all. It's transactional. I think love doesn't have to be perfect, but it should be true. In the end, know that the only important question is what you want in a relationship and what is love to you. Answer this with your feeling and intuition, and it will guide you towards what you want. I wish you kindness and true love in the future. Subscribe to my channel if you wish to stay updated. Thank you for listening.